Put simply, Kevin Wayne Durant is an icon. A superstar for the Brooklyn Nets, Durant was recognized as a talent ever since he was chosen with the second overall pick in 2007 NBA draft, and he did not stop impressing us from there. After all, Durant has since gone on to win 2 NBA championships, an NBA MVP award, 2 final MVP awards, and 2 Olympic gold medals, among other accolades. However, despite his fortune and countless awards, there is still a lot that most people don't know about this NBA star. So, today, we're going to be counting down the top 10 things you didn't know about Kevin Durant. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button so that you never miss out on any of our latest videos. Number 10, his family. Kevin Durant was raised by his single mother, Wanda Durant, in Prince George's County, Maryland, as Durant's father, Wayne Pratt, walked out on Kevin and his siblings when he was just 1 year old. As a result, Durant's grandmother, Barbara Davis, helped his mother raise her 4 kids until his father returned when Durant turned 13, saying that he had left his family out of fear, but now wanted to make amends for his immature and selfish nature. And although there was likely still a lot of tension in their household, Wayne managed to establish a good relationship with his children and played a big role in accelerating Durant's basketball career as he took his son to basketball tournaments all over the United States. This in turn directly helped him eventually achieve his dreams of playing in the NBA.
You wake me up in the middle of the night in the summer times, making me run up a hill, making me do push-ups, screaming at me from the sideline of my games at 8 or 9 years old. We wasn't supposed to be here. You made us believe. You kept us off the street.
He's just a real humble kid.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from his humility, and it made me humble myself.
Number 9, father figure. Durant had a very special connection with his AAU coach, Charles Craig. This is because for the many years that Durant's father was absent, he acted as a father figure for him, and Durant felt that he could confide in his coach in the same way he would a parent. After all, Craig watched Durant grow up as he had trained him from the time he was 8 years old until the time he was 16. Sadly, however, their relationship took an unfortunate twist when Craig passed away from gunshot wounds after getting into a bar fight at the age of just 35. As a result, for many years, Durant took it upon himself to wear the number 35 in the honor of his murdered coach, as can be seen when he told the Oklahoman in 2010 that, quote, "It's all about doing it for somebody I love. It's not about what's the better number and what looks better on me. It's all about him." Number 8, Nike. Unsurprisingly, Kevin Durant's talent has meant that he has many endorsement deals during his career as an NBA All-Star. As such, on account of his star power too, both Nike and Under Armour got into a bidding war in order to convince Durant to represent their shoe brand. Now, Under Armour approached Durant first, but even though they tabled a good deal, Nike soon came and slightly beat it, and with this counteroffer being in the $265 to $285 million range, Durant gladly accepted it and went on to sign what became a 7-year deal with Nike. Then, after this deal ended, he was then offered a 10-year contract with Nike, which at $300 million plus a $50 million retirement package is the 3rd largest deal in Nike's history. As such, we think it's fair to say that Durant should be set for life.
Another level. And it's over. KD has his first NBA championship. It's in the...
Number 7, film. It turns out that Kevin Durant's talent are not just limited to the court, as it seems that he has an ability to do well on the silver screen as well. In particular, Durant dived into the world of acting by making a cameo appearance as a customer in the 2011 movie Back for the Future. Then, in 2012, Durant went from playing a small role to starring in the movie Thunderstruck, which had a similar energy to the movie Like Mike. Unfortunately, the box office performance for the movie was not great, as it only made $587,211, despite costing $7 million to make. To make matters worse, the movie also did not have the greatest reviews, as it received just a 5.1 out of 10 in IMDb and a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. Nevertheless, despite this failure, Durant's movie career did not end there, as he ended up becoming a producer and producing the movie Cue Ball in 2019 and Swagger, which is a television show, in 2020. Number 6, Kevin Durant's charity. Typically, NBA success comes with lots of NBA money, and as such, many All-Stars make a point of giving back to their communities. Kevin Durant is no exception, and thus has created his own organization known as the Kevin Durant Charity Foundation, or KDCF. Through his foundation, he has donated $1 million to the Red Cross and donated $10 million to fund the Durant Center, which is a place that specifically focuses on helping youth receive the funding and tools necessary to get a college education. On our ends, we think that this not only says something about who Durant is as a person, but also emphasizes the fact that despite being called a snake by many of his former fan bases, he really is a good guy at heart. Number 5, musician. Kevin Durant is a man of many talents, and it seems that music is certainly one of them. This is because Durant has dabbled in music and has created many unreleased tracks with his friends, some of which include fellow NBA greats such as DeMar DeRozan and LeBron James. In fact, Durant admits that making music is a huge hobby of his, and he records music in his professional home studio, which is decked out with top-of-the-line equipment. Yet, despite having the capability to release a lot of high-quality hits, his first and only released track is a 2018 rap song by LeBron James called It Ain't Easy, where he has a feature in the first verse of the song. And while this limited exposure may make it seem as if this is only a passing hobby for him, it has been reported that Durant's dream after he retires from basketball is to become a music producer. Number 4, burner accounts. While Kevin Durant is certainly very talented, he, like any NBA star, also has a lot of haters. As such, he has gained a rather unprofessional and almost unprecedented habit in regards to addressing his critics. That's because rather than confront them head on, Durant has become the king of Twitter burner accounts, using these accounts to address trash talkers and give them a piece of his mind. However, Durant also uses his burner accounts to help him live a normal life outside of the public eye, allowing him to follow accounts and like and comment on posts that he otherwise would not have. Now, interestingly, the reason why the public found out about his burner accounts was because Durant made the mistake of starting a Twitter thread with his burner account, then replying once again to the same user while forgetting to switch back to his burner account, thus exposing himself to the world. We guess this just goes to show that you have to be extremely careful when it comes to social media. Number 3, education. Many NBA stars end up just becoming one and dones, and Kevin Durant is no exception. That's because he attended the University of Texas for just 1 year before getting drafted 2nd overall in the pick by the Seattle Supersonics, going on to win Rookie of the Year and to achieve many accomplishments on the court. However, since Durant was a child, he understood the importance of education, especially after witnessing his mother give hers up to raise him and his 3 siblings. As a result, due to his admiration for school and duty to his mother, Durant has been using his off seasons to go back to the University of Texas to finish his degree and take advantage of an opportunity that his mother never had. As a result, he is an inspiration to individuals who have to delay their education, as regardless of the amount of money he has, Durant knows the importance of going back to school and educating oneself. Number 2, editorial work. Despite all his hobbies and philanthropy, Durant still finds the time to work as the deputy publisher of the Players Tribune, which is a sports platform founded by Derek Jeter in 2014 that allows athletes to tell their own stories and publish their own content unfiltered. Interestingly enough, one of the website's arguably most viewed articles was a post by Durant that revealed his exchange to the Warriors. And in addition to this, a lot of other content, such as an announcement written by Kobe Bryant to announce his retirement, has also been created. In addition to his role as a deputy publisher, Durant has also taken on other roles while working for the Players Tribune, with perhaps the most notable example being when he worked as a photographer for the platform by shooting pics of Super Bowl 50. This was primarily because he had said, believe it or not, that photography had always been one of his interests and is glad to have had this opportunity to practice. When you then further consider that his large height allows him to take photos that a regular photographer would not be able to do, it becomes clear that this hobby is pretty suitable for someone of his stature. Number 1, tattoos. When balling on the court, Durant appears to have no tattoos, as his arms and legs are bare. However, it turns out that he does this on purpose and instead has what are known as business tattoos, which are given this name because they are covered up when he puts his jersey on. As such, it turns out that Durant has a total of 15 hidden tattoos covering his body. Now, on his left leg, he has a tattoo of Tupac Shakur, and Durant has expressed how he has been influenced by Shakur's political works and that he admires how Tupac always stood up for his beliefs. Interestingly enough, Rick James is another artist that heavily influenced Durant's childhood, and thus, he has his portrait tattooed on his left eye. Durant then plays heavy tribute to his Christian faith in his next tattoos, which include the Bible verse, chapter 1, verse 2 through 4, on his lower middle back, and a portrait of Jesus Christ on the left side of his back. And when you consider that Durant reportedly uses his tattoos to remind him of the people and things that inspire him, we think that it's fair to say that his tattoos give us a small peek into the private life of Kevin Durant and really speak as to who he truly is. That's all for today, folks, and we hope you liked the video. Let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on Kevin Durant. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more NBA content. Until next time.